just finished another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Woo! Every time.
This time, the Hyperstone Heist. This came out in the same year as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, and a lot of people just consider it a clone, like just they kind of brought it over the Genesis.
I can't see why.
I can kind of, and I kind of can't.
Yeah.
And I don't understand where they get this idea that it's a clone. Maybe because they use the same graphics, I don't know. But when you look at it from an outside perspective, we literally just played Turtles in Time. Just before we played this. And now that we played this, I can say it's not a clone. It's not even... The only thing that they reuse is the music and the graphics.
Yeah.
They use one boss over, and it's really the same setup, same fighting. I think, personally, I think it looks better.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I think it looks better.
A little bit. Not by much, but
I think I just like the darker colors, because Turtles in Time was much more brighter. The Super Nintendo could handle that stuff. I just like the more... They looked more comic booky in this than they did in Turtles in Time.
I wouldn't say it was like an exact clone, but I think it was close enough to call it pretty similar.
Yeah, I just think that they needed... Konami wanted to kind of hit the Genesis as well as the Super Nintendo. I don't think they were allowed to use... Maybe they had a deal with Nintendo where they weren't allowed to use the exact same game. Something along those lines, I don't know. But they came out in the same year, and I think I might have enjoyed this just as much.
Yeah, if not better.
Yeah, I would.
It was very enjoyable, and there was some stuff that we'll get into later that was pretty messed up.
I've played it before, and I picked this up at Rose's Bargain Center.
Yeah. That's the place to go.
Want old shitty games? Buy our crap!
Best slogan ever.
And it was like, she overcharges. It was like $8. I don't know why she still charges that much for games. I got Mega Man X there as well. Mega Man X and X2.
Goodbye.
But anyway, so let's just get into the actual
Back
questions.
on topic. Did you number them right this time?
No, I'm using the same stuff as before, but I'll get it right this time, I swear.
I doubt it.
Well, let me scribble out the double sixes here. There. And now it's 5.1.
Just because you put salt on crap doesn't make it taste
Shut
good.
up, you are a piece of crap. Alright, moving on. I'm again joined by Disconnected, as you can hear.
Hey guys.
And yeah, let's just get into the questions. I think we've burned enough time already talking about stupid crap. It doesn't matter. And let's just go.
Let's do this.
How were the controls? Were they easy to pick up, remember, or were they confusing, or...
I don't think they were confusing.
I
think it was fun to mess around with. There was an extra button.
Yeah, there was.
There was.
Technically, I think we could have turned that one on in the Super Nintendo.
We probably should have.
It kind of gave me a reason to push a third button.
It made it fun.
The third button, for you, those who are not in the know, is the run button, where we actually had to push the button to run. It didn't just automatically run like it did in the Super Nintendo one, which you could turn off. You could make it manual.
Right.
And it was really, the button layout was basically the same.
Pretty much, yeah. Attack, jump.
Attack, jump, and then run.
And that added an extra attack, which was great.
Well, it was still there, and the other one is just kind of was automatic.
Yeah, true.
But, I mean, the buttons, the Sega Genesis controller has 3 buttons just straight in a row. Then the Super Nintendo has them on top, 2 on top of each other.
Right.
And it was really the same layout. A and B, A attacked, B jumped, which would basically be in almost the same positions as X and B.
I believe they are.
X and B. Where's my freaking controller? I don't care. I don't care enough to look. But yeah, the controls were basically the same.
I mean, everything worked, which was great.
Yes.
The only problem, I don't know if this is a control issue, but you couldn't throw people.
No, that's not control. That's a limitation of the Sega Genesis.
Okay.
They couldn't scale images like the Super Nintendo could, because like there was also no Neon Knight Riders.
Right.
And that's a
that was a downer.
That's a scaled level where they took a picture and they put it down on the side so it looks like we're traveling on it.
Exactly.
And we couldn't throw foot soldiers.
Yep.
So,
and a little bit disappointing, but
I know
you
were like,
stuff. Yeah. I don't want to throw things at my face, but I can't.
Well, I'm just gonna go and swagger on into gameplay. Was the gameplay fun? Was it tedious?
I wouldn't call it tedious, no. I think the gameplay was very fun, just as with Turtles in Time. We went through it, and we were bebopping to the music and kicking the crap out of guys and having a good time with it.
Yeah, I'd almost say it's more fun. I don't know. I don't understand why, to me, it felt more fun.
I think it was more fun because it was different. It was a little bit different because I'm so used to Turtles in Time.
Yes.
There were a few little added things.
And look, I just remember seeing like a level like the dojo.
Yep.
The dojo was a level that I can recall from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and that was on the NES, and it was, I believe, it was an added extra level that wasn't in the actual arcade version, and those. It just brought back a lot of memories. I'll be covering that game soon too.
Oh, that's cool.
But I have a super special guest that I'm going to be doing with that one.
Ooh.
I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll find out.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was fun, if not more fun. I
had a good time with it.
I'll cover what I was going to say in final thoughts. I was just going to say something, but I'll just cover that later. Is there anything else you have to add to gameplay?
No, I think it was very fun. It's a really enjoyable game. Definitely.
Oh, sweet tits. I don't know why I made such a sweet tits. If only you could see my face.
Oh.
Do you think you would have played this game to the end, if at all, by yourself? If you had known about it?
Yeah, if I had known about it, definitely. It's really fun. It breathes a breath of fresh air into the Turtles series. It's like I said, different enough from Turtles in Time where it makes it a lot more fun and interesting.
Yes.
You know, the Mousers all over the place pissed me off a little bit. But other than that, it was very different from the original of what I see in Turtles.
I liked the fact that there were different bosses.
Yes.
They only recycled one, if I recall, and that was Leatherhead.
Yeah, Leatherhead. Yep.
And there was Tatsu, he was from the movies.
Yep.
There was Baxter Stockman.
Mm-hmm.
He was in his metal machine like he was in the first arcade game.
Mm-hmm.
There's Rocksteady
Without
by himself.
Yeah, that was kind of odd.
Made me sad.
A little bit. Kind of kicked the crap out of us, though.
Oh, he destroyed us.
No Slash.
No Slash.
Oh my god.
we lived.
Yeah.
we
long enough.
We only had to use one continue.
Yeah, right. We used two in last one, didn't we?
We used...
Oh my god, that was terrible.
I don't think we used a second continue. Because I don't
think
we have to choose a second turtle.
That's right. We're not pussies.
No, we're not pussies. We just put on the easy difficulty.
Shut up.
This one we did on normal with max continues and max lives.
Which max wasn't that much. It was like 5 and 5.
Yeah, I think we could have done this with just the default stuff.
Yeah,
I guess the person I played with last time just really blew.
No confidence.
No.
Whatsoever.
Friendly fire! Was there any? And if so, was it a hindrance? If not, do you think it could have benefited from it? What's your take?
There was no friendly fire in this game, just as in Turtles in Time. And man, I tried to make some. There were many times in the level where it was just like going on to another part, like I knew they were about to walk, so I went up and tried to hit you in the back. And it just didn't work.
You're a piece of shit.
I was so ready for it,
I am done playing video games with you, sir.
I doubt it. But man, I tried. I tried to have some friendly fire and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, there was... We covered it in the Turtles in Time. There's basically no friendly fire at all. Not basically. There is no friendly fire at all.
And I like it that way. I mean, it makes it more based on just killing the enemies and getting to the level rather than, oh crap, I just shot you in the back. Whoops.
Yes, because turtles are known for having guns.
Yes. They might. You
Shot
don't know.
you in the back. Yeah, there was no friendly fire. There's not. I don't think it would have benefited from it at all.
I don't think it would have benefited at all.
I'm just going to move on to question number 6, which is actually number 5, because I fixed that shit. Do you think that the game should have been longer or shorter, or was it just the correct length before it became tedious?
I would say it could probably be a little bit shorter, actually. I mean, there were less levels in this game compared to Turtles in Time. They were longer, but they felt a little bit too long because you'd like be in one area. Where were we? We were on surfboards, and then we were on a ship, and then we were in a cave. And this is all one level. It's like, you know, where does it stop? You know, give me one ship, something like that.
I disagree. I like that.
Really?
I would disagree with you. I like the longer levels. I wish there were actually more of the longer levels.
More of the, yep.
Mainly because, I don't know, I just wanted more turtles.
But I think they could have benefited from different levels. I mean, each level had its own boss.
I would say that it almost seemed like they had just the same amount of levels, except they broke the levels up into parts of one level.
Right.
Like, there's 3 levels in one level. Just because it doesn't go like, Big Apple, 3 a.m. Which reminds me, we didn't have a bridge level.
No, we didn't.
That was weird. I think they could have put that in there somewhere.
Yeah. It just didn't have as much as I thought it would. It was more just beating the crap out of enemies, and then there was one scene where you were on the surfboard.
Yes.
You know, there wasn't any.
There wasn't breaking up the monotony like there was in Turtles in Time because they had Neon Night Riders, they had Silver Surfing, that stuff. But I mean, I wish the game was a little bit longer, but I can see why it was as short as it was. Because I think took us maybe 30 minutes, maybe, to beat. I'll have to check after. But I just don't agree that they should have been shorter. I think they were great.
Like a little bit shorter and
you're a piece of shit.
Few more levels.
You're a piece of shit.
Would do well for
I
the
guess
game.
if they made the levels a little shorter and they added like 2 more levels, I would have been happy with that.
Like that kind of thing. Like I'd like to see a level where you're going against Shredder, you know, throughout the level, something like that.
Like where
then he transforms into Super Shredder.
Where you fight him through the Technodrome and then
that'd
at the end he's like, you! And he gets all bulky and is played by Kevin Nash.
I really doubt Kevin Nash was in there.
Well,
that would be badass though.
Kevin Nash, he played Shredder. He was Super Shredder in Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Don't you fucking act like you know.
Oh, I do. I watched the movie, but... Really?
Yeah, he played Kevin. Shredder played Kevin Nash.
That's right.
Now he's a wrestler. Shredder's a wrestler now.
He could have been.
Yeah. After he took the Secret Ooze.
Kane's ass.
Such a weird... If you were just sitting around with nothing to do, with a friend, would you recommend picking this up and playing it again?
I would try it out at least one more time. It was interesting to see the differences in Turtles in Time. I would probably
do you think you would
play both?
Hmm?
I would probably play both in the same night.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I would kind of like have a marathon thing.
Yeah.
Like, let's do Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist. Just play them straight together.
Yeah, that'd be great. Probably in the Hyperstone and then Turtles in Time.
You think you did Hyperstone first?
Yeah, just to try it out, see the differences there. Because this way, I played Turtles in Time first, and then Hyperstone. I'd like to see if there's any differences in me playing Turtles in Time second. Whereas in Hyperstone, I was thinking, oh, this is really cool. This is interesting. This is different. You know, I want to see if that same feeling comes about.
Yeah. You basically took my answer. I was going to say combine them together.
Sorry.
Into one. You're a piece of shit. Why are you my friend?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I try. That's all I can do.
Would you play this game again by yourself? Just you?
Just me?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think I'd do Turtles in Time instead, but I think I'd play it together.
You'd
co-op.
So together co-op, but you don't think you'd ever play this game just by yourself?
I don't think I'd play it by myself.
I would say yes. I would totally agree. I don't think I would want to play this by myself because half the fun of playing it was talking with you, going, "Man, that was from Turtles in Time."
Yeah, seeing the differences and comparisons. It's interesting to go through both together.
Yeah, seeing your disappointment that there's no throwing.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Oh my god, I was so pissed off right in the beginning. Like, really? Come on. Just add in that little bit.
Now, we've made it to Final Thoughts a lot quicker than we did in Turtles in Time, which is good. Final Thoughts. Anything. I want to bring up music.
Yeah.
The music is pretty much the same, but it has the Genesis feel to it, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes Genesis music can rock socks. This time it just felt like downgraded versions of the songs.
I would agree.
From Turtles in Time. They did add 2... From what I heard, it sounded like there was 2 extra songs that were not in Turtles in Time. And I enjoyed that. I liked that new...
Yeah. It was nice to have something new like that. Music felt almost reused, but at different times. It was, like I said, that closeness to what Turtles in Time was.
That would be one of the major reasons people would call it a clone. Because it seemed like a lot of the levels that they used the same music on that level. They also didn't use the train.
No train whatsoever. The ship?
The ship. I mean, the train was one of my favorite levels from Turtles in Time. Made me a little sad it wasn't used, but I don't know if the Sega Genesis could handle that quick movement. Maybe, I don't know. If you look at Comic Zone, you can see what the Sega Genesis was capable of, so it might have been able to do it. I don't know. Maybe they're just being lazy. Some new foot soldier, the Blue Fire.
Yep. What the hell is up with that?
He's like, hey!
That is so random. I saw him come out of the side, and there's this guy
like
breathing fire in my face. I'm like, what the hell?
I don't remember
Why would you do that?
Yeah, through his mask.
It's like he went into a room, and someone was like, "Oh, these are the weapons that you can choose from. You can either have a gun, a sword, or you can breathe fire." And he went, "That one."
What? I can breathe fire? Well,
Why
count
would
me in.
anyone do that?
But in
It's
all
so
honesty,
ridiculous.
in this universe of turtles, they are robots. Also, the Foot Clan guys, some of their colors were a little bit different depending on what they did. Like, well, maybe not. One of them was the blocking guy.
Right.
Blocked all the
He was
stuff.
white.
He was white in this one instead of vagina pink, whatever color he was.
That was a beautiful color.
I wanted
enjoyed
to
it.
lick him.
It was fuchsia.
What else? There was no cannonballs. Although they
No,
did drop a lot of shit on us.
They did. I went out to pick up a pizza, and I got ran over by a frickin' car. Who the hell does that?
And then I went to pick up a pizza, and then a picture fell on me.
Yeah, that was great. Oh my god.
They definitely had a lot more traps.
Yes, definitely. It made it a little interesting, but at the same time, kind of pissed me off
They were
a
just
little
like,
bit.
we're walking down the street and barrels start falling
Yeah,
from the
like where the hell
sky.
did these come from? So random.
And it was the power of the Hyperstone that turned Shredder into Super Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Did they even explain what did it last?
I don't know. In Turtles in Time, they didn't explain it. Maybe it was the Hyperstone. I don't know.
He always
They had
has
an
some
animation.
way.
They had an animation of him
Yes.
falling.
Yeah, instead of him just flipping upside down.
His sprite flipping upside down and falling down. Good job, Sega Genesis.
We commend you for that. We do.
Yeah,
That took
something
some
we didn't
time.
mention in the last review. In Turtles in Time, his sprite flipped. And he
Mhm.
fell over. And it's like, we worked all that.
Yeah,
I could have done
get
it.
through the
Turned my
entire
TV
game.
upside down. He's dead there.
Yeah, and there was the falling animation for him
Oh,
after
yeah,
that.
and
That was really
The
cool.
Hyperstones scattered all over the ground. I thought that maybe they were hoping for a sequel or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe they'll make
'Cause
it
that was-
someday.
Maybe.
It's only
Hyperstone
been,
Heist
what,
2.
10, 20 years?
Maybe, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they did an Xbox Live remake.
That'd be really cool. I would play another Turtles remake game.
Yes.
What's based off a movie? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
What else? I really can't think of much anything else.
A lot more Mousers.
A lot more Mousers.
A lot less of the metal guys
The
that kick your
colors.
ass.
I think I touched on this at the very beginning, but just the colors seem darker. They
Yeah.
seemed more comic booky to me because Turtles in Time was more colorful. It had the palette to do it. It could handle more colors. I think that the colors on the Turtles in this one were way better.
Yeah. I liked
Raphael
it.
wasn't a bright highlighter green.
Hmm.
He was like a yellowish green. Man, I don't know. I just liked the overall look better than Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Did you
Something
feel
with
the
the
same?
background. I did. I felt it was brighter, more
I wouldn't say brighter.
out there.
I would say it's more.
Well, more in your
It
face,
was more
I guess.
bold.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a bolder color because they can't handle it, so their colors had to last longer. Like they couldn't have like different shades of green bringing up the shadow on the turtle. They had to make it this color, and then meets this color.
Right.
So it was a much more bolder look to the game. I liked how we started in the sewers.
Yeah, that was interesting.
was-
It was kind of like they came out of their hideout,
Yes, and then we went on.
rather
to
than
the
just
street.
like, hey, we're here.
We're on the bridge.
How'd this happen?
Other than that, I think that's all I can think of. We fought Tatsu from the movies.
Yeah, that was cool.
I think we covered Tatsu, but it was really cool to see him because you didn't see him in cartoon form before. He was just from the movies. He was Shredder's right-hand man, and it was just he still referred to the foot as his foot. So I don't know. He didn't train them. They're robots.
Yeah. Well, it was nice to have a boss battle too, where we fought foot soldiers along with the enemy.
Yes.
That was a little different and
It
interesting.
better be, man. He was really easy.
Yeah, it was. If he didn't have those foot soldiers, well, he would have been terrible. But good boss fights all around.
Yeah.
As well as Baxter had his mousers running all over the place, fighting hands and crap.
Just a boss from the very first arcade game. It was a nice callback to it. All in all, I would say that it was it could stand alone by itself. If you didn't play Turtles, I would say that this game was awesome.
Yeah.
If you didn't play
I would
Turtles in
agree.
Time. But if you played Turtles in Time, you'd be like, I still feel, even right after playing it, right after Turtles in Time, I felt it was a pretty good game.
I would agree.
And yeah, I don't know why they made the same game in the same year and couldn't really just port the game over, but I'm glad they didn't because it was definitely a better experience for me. Well, then, do you have anything to add?
I think that's it. Great game. Glad we got to play it.
Definitely. Well, Disconnected, I thank you for coming by and playing a bunch of games today with me.
You're very welcome. Anytime.
Maybe next time I'll let you choose a game and we can go around on that.
What could that be?
I don't know. Maybe we could Muscle March. That's not co-op, but I can make it co-op. You stand ahead of me and flex, and I'll put my.
I think that's a terrible idea.
It's the best idea I've come up with. I should just come up with a show called. Okay. Darn. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Check out our website at www.basementkings.com, and I'll see you guys on the next campaign! BasementKings.com